All right. Um, Tonight I'm gonna start the show a little different, because this is episode number 24. Um, and this is also the Kobe episode. Um, I wanted to save this episode for my guy, because I know he's a big Kobe fan. So tonight we're gonna talk some Kobe stuff. We're gonna talk some NY life. But to start the show, uh, I got a shot clock, and I'm gonna let the 24 seconds count down, sort of like a moment of silence for Kobe and Gigi, and then we're gonna get into it. All right. So I'm gonna run that real quick.
Riding in the motherfucking Rolls Royce. Damn, look at Zaddy in my whole voice. Over dripping saucy, got my clothes moist. Bread in my pocket, I ain't po. Boy, riding in the motherfucking Rolls Royce. Damn, look at Zaddy in my whole voice. Over dripping saucy, got my clothes moist. Bread in my pocket, I ain't po. Boy, bitch, all in the feelings. When I smash, call her a hoe and pull out her extensions. This the game, we on defense, you know that we blissing. He gon' disappear like magic, know his loved ones gon' miss him. Closed casket, can't kiss him. Bitch, I'm lit up. Alphabets, VVS, it shine like glitter. See, I'm flexing on you niggas, do some sit-ups. Stay woke, get up. 2 years in and I'm still the hottest nigga. Them niggas on the other side tripping. I was in your hood, homie. Draco riding shotgun, interior match the wood on it. Bitch, I'm riding Wraith. Pick up, drop your bitch off, she wasn't safe. And if you talking about smoke, we gon' blow that in your face. Riding in the motherfucking Rolls Royce. Damn, look at Zaddy in my whole voice. Over dripping saucy, got my clothes moist. Bread in my pocket, I ain't po. Boy, riding in the motherfucking Rolls Royce. Damn, look at Zaddy in my whole voice. Over dripping saucy, got my clothes moist. Bread in my pocket, I ain't po.
Yo, we back. Welcome back to the Easy to Talk to podcast, man. I am your host, TWC. Too easy, man. Listen, y'all in for a great one tonight. This is the Kobe episode, but it's officially named "Come On, Son," in honor of my guy, my brother from another mother, Mr. McGrady. Man, we're gonna bring him in right now. Grady, what's good, fam?
What's good, bro? What's good, bro?
Yes, we in here. Tonight, I gotta tell y'all how this came about, man. So I was saving this episode for Grady. Now, mind you, I've talked to Grady before about like being on the show, and he kind of just like laughed it off and was like, man, you know, nobody wanna hear me, man, you know, that kind of thing. So I was like, I bet, you know, I ain't putting no pressure on him or nothing, because I knew I was waiting on this episode. So I hit him up. I said, yo, son, it's time. He's like, what you mean? I was like, yo, episode 24, man. I need you on the show. And I knew for a fact that it was an offer that he could not refuse.
Yeah, the bait was real.
Yes. I was like, yo, we got to do it for Kobe, son. Like we got to. And so he was like, you know what? Because he did it again. Because he tried to like laugh it off, like, you know, man, they don't want to hear me, man. But in the end, he was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it for Kobe.
For Kobe, gotta pull up. Gotta pull up for
I
Kobe.
sent them a Kobe gift, and it was we locked in.
That's it. Facts.
But so before I get into like the streaming questions and stuff, I just wanted to kind of sit and talk about Kobe for a minute, because he was Kobe was a player that reached like so many people. Because I know growing up watching Kobe and then talking about Kobe, it was a lot of people that did not like Kobe, like the person, but like they respected him as a ball player, like to the max. I heard that a lot growing up.
That's facts. That's 100% facts.
Um, and I was one of those people where I always thought that he was like amazing, but I can't say that I was like a Kobe fan, like because that fandom stuff goes, you know, a lot of people
That's
don't
true.
a lot of people don't know that fan
That's
is short for fanatic, and
Mm-hmm.
and I wasn't a fanatic. Like I can't say that I missed Kobe games, but you know what I'm saying, I just wasn't like a fan, like a super fan of him. But of his game, hands down, I don't care what nobody says, we could argue to the death. Kobe Bean Bryant has the best footwork
Oh,
of any
facts.
basketball
Facts.
player that has ever laced them up. Like
Facts.
period.
Facts. There's no
Uh,
argument to that. No argument to that.
and that's one thing that I picked out and was like, okay, that right there is dope. Like
Mm-hmm.
nobody can do that, and if you learn how to do that, you gotta learn from him.
Of course.
So that was one thing that I picked out of his game that was dope. Because everything else, it was Jordan 2.0. The fadeaway, the
Oh
walk, the
yes.
the chewing of the gum,
Yeah, the
like
swag, everything was MJ,
everything.
son. You seen MJ, I was MJ.
Look,
Facts.
the baggy suits. Uh, he didn't do the earring. Uh, he didn't do the earring. I thought he was gonna do the earring.
No, that would have been a stretch. He would have stretched it out if he had the earring.
So Grady, man, what was it? What was some of the things that you saw in Kobe game where you was like yo, that's that dude.
That killer instinct, son. That man, listen, Kobe went out there and he was a different breed. It didn't matter if the man was 1 for 20 or 1 for 30. Kobe was gonna try and give you the business. Like that's what I loved about Kobe. Like that dude really was special. The crazy thing is before T Mac, so I had Allen Iverson was my first favorite player,
Mm-hmm.
and then it was between T Mac and Kobe. They used to go at it. Their duels was ridiculous. So I'm like,
Yeah.
yo, I don't know who I can like more. I gravitated more towards McGrady
Mm-hmm.
because like I felt like when me growing up playing basketball, that's who the play style I wanted to be like.
Yeah.
Because I was always the tallest person. So I'm like, yo, T Mac always has this advantage over all his people he playing against because of height,
Yeah.
athleticism, and all the other stuff. But I'm like, yo, Kobe Bryant, son, like this guy is really a different breed. Like, oh man, Kobe Bryant was always one of my favorite players. I honestly put him up there with T Mac on the same playing field. Like they
Yeah.
actually neck and neck with me.
Cause I know it's funny you mentioned T Mac because I used to play. 2K kind of took over, but before 2K like got hot,
Hmm.
NBA Live was a thing,
Oh yeah,
and I used to
yeah,
play
live
NBA
was
Live all the time.
facts,
And
facts,
whenever
facts.
somebody ran and got Kobe, I went and got T Mac. And whenever somebody got T Mac, I went and got Kobe. Because to me, those two were the only two that could guard each other.
Nah, that's
Like
true. That's
and it
true.
didn't matter what team T Mac was on.
That's true.
With the Rockets, the Mad, like it didn't
Mhm.
even matter. Like I just
Mhm.
needed him to match up with Kobe, and that's it.
Okay, yeah, that's 100% facts. Like Kobe Bryant, son. I tell you, like the first. Let me see. Maybe I think it was probably I don't remember the exact year, but I know that at first I used to think like this guy was just a regular guy to me because to me, like I said, with Grady was just always so great to me.
Hmm.
I'm like, yo, this guy Kobe Bryant can't rock with him. But when I go back and think about it, he was really the Michael Jordan of our era. Like for me,
Yeah.
growing up, I saw Michael Jordan maybe a little bit growing up, but
Hmm.
Kobe Bryant was because he was the 2.0 version. He
Right.
was really my MJ. So it was like forget whatever Michael Jordan did to me. I'm always gonna say Kobe Bryant was better in my eyes because he was more skillful in my eyes. He can do everything. He can do what MJ can do plus more. So that's why I'm like, yo, this guy really is that good, son. Like he really is that talented. So that's why I always gravitate towards Kobe Bryant over the MJ argument because
Cause
Kobe Bryant, like I said, I grew up with him.
well, see, like the thing about Kobe is like when we have these debates about like the goat and things like that, Kobe Kobe kind of like don't get mentioned as much.
Hmm.
And the number one reason to me is that I felt like when you talk about the goat and things like that, it's about like people who kind of changed the game.
That's true.
And Jordan and Kobe's game was so much like Jordan,
Yeah,
it
that's true.
that it low key disqualified him from the
Yeah,
argument, like without
that's true.
even like trying to. But what one thing that like it's the thing that put me on notice about Kobe. Uh, a lot of people don't like to talk about this, and you rarely hear it mentioned. Um, the Bulls went up to the Staples Center one day.
Hmm.
Uh, I don't remember the date, but I know for a fact that it was a Sunday. It was like a Sunday
Hmm.
game, and Kobe dropped 55 on him.
Hmm.
And on Jordan. Like it wasn't like Pippen switching off on him or nothing. On Jordan, and all 55 points was on Jordan because when Jordan sat down, Kobe sat down. I remember that game distinctly. 55 on his fucking dome, and and nobody ever speaks about this game.
Alright.
I was
Listen,
like,
nobody wants to. Nobody's
yo,
going to bash Jordan, bro. Nobody's going to bash Jordan.
listen,
So,
I because me, I'm a LeBron fan, so I gotta like people don't like to bring up Jordan's negative moments. So
oh yeah, of course,
it's
huh?
just when you
Of
talk to
course.
somebody, it's 6-0 in the final. Like Jordan played 15 years though. Like
Oh yeah, that's always going to be the first argument. The six
yeah.
and zero is always going to be the first argument they got.
So
That's
and
the crazy part.
it's just little shit like that, like how Jordan was 1-9 in the playoffs before Pippen
Hmm.
got there. Like
Hmm. Hmm.
just little stuff like that.
And they don't know before the second three-peat, he got smashed by the Magic in the playoffs. So it's like
Got whooped.
he's had his L's, but like I
Yeah,
said, they only counting finals, so I gotta let them be great. I can't debate no other superstar against him
right.
because he does have the better track record. But it
And
is what it is.
like as far as like Kobe and then I watch. So still to this day, I do not think me personally. I don't think Jalen Rose should be talking anything basketball. He shouldn't be on no sports show, no debate show. He shouldn't even be like a special guest
Look,
because
the
listen, my man.
81 was bad. 81 was bad, but they listen. This is the part that was so crazy about the Jalen Brown thing. So they actually broke it down how much points Kobe actually gave him that game.
Yeah,
Kobe only scored like 17, 18 on him, which was crazy. But the main highlights, you see Jalen
Listen,
Rose involved. So it's like you got 81 put on your head, son. Like
I look at it.
it's
I look at it like this. I look at it like this. You're a 2K player, right?
hmm
So when you when you play rec, when you play pro am, and
hmm
you go off, let's say you score 81. When you post that screenshot,
Oh yeah, point guard. Whoever matched up with me, he got the business. That's facts. Whoever matched
that's
with
just
me,
a,
he got the
so
business.
when I look at the box, when I look at the box score,
No, that's facts.
that
You're
bitch
you're
say
100% right.
Jalen
100% right
Rose.
about that. You're 100% right about that. That's why the box score don't always show everything. But that in that instance, yes, you are right. The whoever is matched up with the person who got 81, we
Bruh,
are looking at you, bro. You gave up the 81.
it's
That's
your
a hundred
fault.
percent facts.
Look, we doubled them, we tripled them. Look,
That's facts.
we switched matchup 3-4 times in the game. We did that, but when we look at this years
That's
from
facts.
now,
You're 100% right. 100% right. You're
Jalen
100% right
Rose, you
about
got
that.
81 put on
Yeah,
your
you got.
dome,
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts. That's
and
fact. I agree with you.
and they needed all 81. It wasn't like a
Yes.
blowout
Yeah,
where he was
that's
like
facts.
patting the stats.
That's
I
facts. Cause
believe they went down by
yeah,
almost
they was getting
26
smashed by
points.
almost 20. Yeah, that's right. They was getting smashed by like 20 plus, and Kobe just said, "Give me the ball and get out my way," and just
Right.
took over that. Man, that was one of the greatest games I've ever seen in my life.
Listen.
I'm gonna tell you, look, I don't even believe Wilt Chamberlain's game. I don't care what's put on paper.
Oh,
I believe what I can see.
right.
So that whole 100-point game don't mean. To this day, I will tell you, the most points scored in NBA history was 81 by
81.
Kobe. And that is facts.
Listen,
I'm not jacking what I can see on paper.
I agree with that because there's so many stories behind that Wilt Chamberlain game.
Yes, yes,
Like
yes,
there was stuff like, everybody was like 6'5" and
yes,
under.
yes. He had all the midgets guarding him. Man,
Uh
listen,
he was
I ain't
like
jacking
he was goaltending shots to
I ain't
score.
jacking it, bro.
Like
Yes.
none of that. I don't care about none of that. But the reason that I'm like that though is because I could go on YouTube and watch the 81-point game,
Yes,
the whole game.
yes, bro. Yes, yes. You can watch the whole game. You can watch the whole game, bro. All I got for Wilt is a piece of paper. He holding this thing. If he wrote I told Kenny the other day, if he wrote 200 on that, people would really be jacking. He scored 200
That
points.
he
Like
scored 200. Yep.
we have no footage. I don't believe nothing. I have no footage for. I'm sorry, I can't. I can't, bro. I can't believe it, bro. Cannot.
Listen, man. I remember. It's just to me over the years, Kobe just had some funny moment, especially like that era like after Shaq. Like it was just
hmm
like some funny moments. Like when Jeremy Lin was on the team
Oh yes, yeah, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
Jeremy Lin waved him off
Yes, wave them
and
off to try and go for the win. Yes, I
and
remember like it was
shot
yesterday, son.
yo, he shot a smothered leaning three.
Yes, yeah,
He made that mud though. He
yeah,
made it.
yeah, yeah.
And Kobe went to him and he had to explain what the hell. Kobe was like, "Nigga, what? You gotta tell me what happened. I don't care if you made that shit. You gotta talk to me." He gave a hell of an explanation because Kobe was like, "All right, bet."
Nah, that's facts. I remember that too, son. That's crazy because he was definitely telling Lynn, yo, you got to be more aggressive. And that was the one moment Lynn said, all right, bet. I'm going to do what you told me to do. I ain't even pass you the basketball, bro. And
Right.
just said, I'm going to take this upon myself. That's jokes.
Yeah. And it was other moments like when he told Jordan Clarkson he going into the basket like a light skin. Like, bro,
Yeah,
what?
call my son. Yeah, going to the rim like he's a light skinned nigga. Like, yeah, I remember that. Oh boy, that shit was funny. After that, you see Jordan Clarkson. He tatted up
Yeah.
from neck down. Like he don't look like no light skinned dude no
It
more.
look
That
like
joint
J.R.
funny.
Smith out there.
Yeah, it look like Jr. Facts. That is facts. Oh man, that is jokes.
But man, I when I got to kind of switch gears, man, I remember the day. Um, I crazy, but it was a Sunday as well, I believe, in January when we got the news
Hmm.
that his heli crashed, and
Oh yeah.
uh, at first, of course, I thought it was fake.
Hmm.
I was like, oh man, why are people playing like that? Like this, you know. But
Hmm.
when I confirmed that it was real, uh, the first person I thought about was you
Yeah, bro.
because I believe you were streaming at
Yeah.
the time, and I went in
Hmm.
there and I was like, yo, you good? And you weren't okay.
Yeah, that Kobe shit hit different, bro.
Yeah,
That Kobe shit hit different.
I was like, damn.
Yeah, that Kobe thing. Like I was so we was in a party. I forgot what game we was playing,
I forgot
and
to.
we was just talking about Kobe. That's the funny thing. I forgot what we was talking about. As a matter of fact, I was playing my team or whatever. I'm talking
Mm-hmm.
about like a Kobe card or something like that coming out. And one of the dudes in the party, it's like, yo, Kobe died. I'm like, what? I'm like, I ain't even believing it. I'm like, yo, don't even put that in the universe. Like, I'm not even believing that.
Right,
It's
right.
like, nah, Kobe just died in a helicopter crash. I'm like, no way. I dropped the mic. I run to the news. First thing on there, breaking news on every channel. Kobe just passed. I'm like, oh my God, yo. I legit cried, bro. Not even gonna hold you.
Yeah,
I
it
legit cried.
was.
I legit cried, bro, because
I did
he
too.
was one of the reasons why I hoped, bro. Like, I really loved Kobe Bryant. So when I'm looking at that, I'm like, bro, this dude was almost invincible, bro. Like, in my eyes,
Yes.
this man was really Superman, bro. He can get through anything, bro. When I saw he died, and then it topped it off, Gigi was involved. Oh Lord,
Yes.
man, that was the breaker right there.
Cause
You
I
had Gigi involved. She was next up and coming, bro. She was special, bro. I'm like, yo,
that's when
he lost his daughter in there too.
that's
Ah,
when
that
I
shit, that
found
shit hit
out
different.
all of the stuff that he was doing
Yes, bro.
with like the WNBA
Yes, bro.
and stuff
Yes,
like that, preparing
yes.
it, you know, to
Mhm.
where when she got up there and when it was
Mhm.
her time, she wouldn't have to deal with none of the stuff that they're going through right now,
No, that's facts.
which was years. Of course, it would be years in the making, but it'd be
Mhm.
right on time for like when she got there, you know.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
and that was something that I'll never forget because um, as a father and as a
Mhm.
father of a little girl, um, I know the struggles
Mhm.
of like female in sports and
Mhm.
females in gaming and things like that. So me, what what I wanted to do was I started up the podcast. Uh, there's a method to my madness, first of all,
Mhm.
and I've had 24 episodes minus the two episodes that me and Mac did like by ourselves, and then the
Mhm.
one episode I did with just me. Uh, I want to say 80% of the guests have been females, and it's by design
Mhm.
because I'm trying to do my part and and push them and give them the confidence that they need and things like that, just to let them know like you are dope, you
Nah,
are
that's true.
a great streamer, you are a great hooper on 2K, you are a great
Mhm.
hooper in IRL, like
Yeah.
you are amazing.
Mhm.
Because what happens is the negative, the negative niggas, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
we all we all get grouped together,
That's true.
and because it's way more negativity than positivity.
Nah, that's true.
So
That's
when
true.
when we come in contact with those females, they're already on the defensive. Like
No, that's facts. That's facts.
so they're already ready for us to be on some bullshit, and then some of them, like when they see that we're not on bullshit, they're like, oh nah, he gonna be on some bullshit in a minute. Like I'm like, bro,
it ain't there now, but it's gonna get there soon.
Yeah, like what? Like what the fuck? Like come on, man, give me a chance at least. So
tell you, one bad apple ruins it for everybody.
Everybody,
bro. Always
man.
go that way.
So that's why this show is important to me, because I want to build something. My daughter is just 2, but I want to build something to where she can have something.
I feel you, bro.
So my legacy will be this show. Well, if she takes over or something like that, she could carry it on, and she'll know that daddy wasn't one of them niggas.
Yeah, he wasn't one of them.
Right.
Facts.
So when she gets to looking for a boyfriend, for a husband, like she's not that fuck shit. She's not gonna tolerate that.
That's true.
Period.
That's facts.
That's facts. I tell you something interesting. Girls Could Hoop asked me. We were watching. I was grinding badges for an account, and so when I do that and I want to stream, I'll stream like me watching like a show or something. I watch shows with the chat and things like that. And we were watching My Wife and Kids, and it was an episode about Claire. Claire was old enough and she had a boyfriend, Tony, and they were talking about like having sex and stuff like that. And Girls Could Hoop asked me like what I'm gonna do like when it's time for my daughter to like be in that realm. And I told her that I'm gonna teach my daughter the Rose method. And she was like, the Rose method? What is that? Like, you gotta tell me about that. So I'm not gonna encourage my daughter to go out there and have sex. But I'm not going to try to lock her down, because
yeah, you lock them down, that's when they become more resistant and they start doing their own thing. Yeah.
And the Rose method is, I'm gonna teach her that, listen, I know you're gonna get out there and do some things, but you gotta understand that every time you have sex, your body is a rose. So every time you get out there and you have sex, you lose a petal.
Yeah.
So when you eventually get a husband, what are you gonna have to offer him? You gonna give him a stem, or you gonna be a rose that has just blossomed and things like that? Like I'm gonna drive that point home to her. So it's about preventive care for me. Like I just, I have no problem showing her the worst of things that could happen, to be like, all right, this, that's the worst that could happen. And cause you try to protect your kids from a lot. And sometimes you can't. So if these instances, or with these instances, I'll show her the worst thing that could happen, and then she can make her decision from there.
Make a decision. Yeah, you're right.
I'm here. I'm always gonna be there to catch you, no matter what. Always, whether it's your fault, whatever. I'm always gonna be there to catch you. But I want you to be able to make the decision, sound mind, sound body, and knowing the worst case scenario, because it'll teach me too.
Oh yeah, it's always a lesson.
Because I'm gonna know how crazy she is. Because if I showed you the worst that could happen and you still went out there and did that bullshit, it's a different breed in this. But nah, man, that's my princess, man. So I gotta make sure that I raise her up right, because it's a lot of fuck shit out here.
Oh
Um,
man, you ain't lying about that, bro.
and and I just can't have my daughter wrapped up in that, man. I know my daughter, me and her mom are both gamers. I know she gonna be a gamer, so I'm starting now, trying to change the narrative of like
Uh-huh.
females in gaming and things like that. Uh,
That's a good approach. That's a really good approach, though.
yeah,
That is.
so that's why I started the podcast. Of course, the other reason is there's not a platform where you could just go meet
Mm-hmm.
somebody and then be like, "Yo, I stream. I like your stream, but I stream too. You should come check
Mm-hmm.
me out." Cause on Twitch,
Yeah.
that shit'll get you banned.
Oh Lord, who are you telling, bro?
So
Who are
so
you telling,
so
bro?
this platform is for you to come and promote you.
Mm-hmm.
Tell your story. You got, other endeavors you into, music,
Mm-hmm.
clothing line, promote anything you want to promote. Except for
That's cool,
OnlyFans,
yeah.
because my daughter gonna be watching this soon, and I don't really need that shit.
Yeah, man, that joint is going crazy right now, bro. That
Listen,
joint going crazy right now, man. They making that joint seem like everybody should be on, man. Listen.
everybody, but I mean, there's other uses for that too, like because I believe
Hmm.
somebody has one and they do like fitness
Okay.
and stuff like that. So I know of it.
That's not
So
bad. The fitness ain't
yeah,
a bad approach. It's not a bad approach
there's
for the fitness.
that it's a glass half full kind of thing, like
Mm-hmm.
because normally when you
Mm-hmm.
hear it, it's just negative, like
Mm-hmm.
is
Mm-hmm.
that's just how it is. But then
That's
again,
true.
that comes full circle to what I was saying about being group, because the person I know
You
that
right.
does
You
that
right.
is a
Yes, you right.
female.
Yeah,
So
you right.
you know what I'm saying. So the majority is
Yeah.
negative.
Yeah,
So
you going off the majority, so
right.
that's gonna happen all the
So
time.
she
Yeah,
pull
you're right.
up like, yo, you should check out my OnlyFans. It's like, yo,
See,
what are you
you're already
doing?
expecting something crazy. You're already expecting something crazy.
Yeah.
You're right.
So, um, so man, exactly how long have you been streaming?
mm, when it's on 20, I say about maybe towards the end of 2018. So I bet maybe legit probably a year and some change going on 2 years, give or take.
2 years. Okay.
Yeah, it's about 2 years, give or take.
Cause I've always known about you, but I
Hmm.
can't remember. I'm trying to remember who. It was somebody that like really like told me to like check you out. I want to say it was Matt, but I'm not sure. Uh, man, I can't remember. But I remember being in there. You were playing like my team a lot
Hmm. Yeah,
back then.
yeah, it's play heavy, yes.
Um, I remember. Uh, I think it was. I think it was 19. Man,
Hmm.
they dropped a. They dropped a pink diamond Westbrook.
Oh God. Oh God. I don't even want
Yo,
to know what happened in that stream. I probably spent probably a
yo,
ridiculous amount of money
you
on
you
something
didn't know.
crazy.
You were ready to. You were ready to. But man, you pulled them, bro. When you pulled them, bro. Yo, yo,
Look,
yo, I was dying laughing. Yo,
look, check this out. So I was playing. So I feel like listen, Westbrook currently is my favorite player. It
yeah.
was Kevin Durant when he was in OKC.
Hmm.
Like I would love to see Kevin Durant. I went to his games when he would come to New York. I'm going to see Kevin Durant play. It didn't matter. I was if I had to work that day, I was calling off. I'm
Yeah,
going to see KD. So I come home and KD go to Golden State. I
bro.
don't care how anybody take it. I did not like Kevin Durant when he went to the Warriors, bro. I hated the Warriors. Like they
Me
was cool when
neither.
they had Monte and them guys over there. I like watching them play. But when Kevin Durant signed up to play with Steph Curry and Clay and them, 72 wins. I was like, no,
Yes.
no, no. I hate the Warriors. So when Kevin Durant went there, I was like, he's not my favorite player no more. I'm gonna stick to being loyal. OKC was my favorite team at the time because the Knicks was trash. Brooklyn was
Bruh.
low key trash. So I said, all right, you know what? I'm gonna stick to OKC. So Westbrook became my favorite player. His he reminded me of Kobe because of the ruthlessness. Like he would really
Yes.
go at you. So I love Westbrook. So anywhere Westbrook go, I'm riding with him. Right now, they're talking about getting him in New York. I'm riding with him. I don't care. So when his card came out, I was like, I have to get it because my team they dropped players for every single card except Westbrook. I'm sitting here wondering, do we forget he's in the league? 3 time he's an MVP.
Yeah.
He had triple double 3 times in a row. They Mac, listen, you can go on YouTube ever. Everyone said the triple double record would never be broken by Oscar Robertson. Westbrook did that shit 3 times in a
Three
row.
times.
So I'm confused how he would never get a card. So when his card finally came out, I'm like, yo, I need this card. I was ready to spend a bag on it. There's only 2 cards that can come out. Westbrook and Tracy McGrady that
Yeah.
I was spending the bag for, and of course Kobe Bryant. But they, because of the death situation, they wasn't trying to 2K. Didn't want to feel guilty with
Right. Right.
charging people for Kobe, so they was like, all right, you know what, we'll give Kobe away for free. But besides that, I was ready to spend the bag. So it's funny that you mentioned you come into my stream and saw me ready to really throw money at
Yeah.
Westbrook because I was really ready to spend the bag on this man.
That was like the second or the third like stream that I caught.
This
But
is crazy.
for as far as Westbrook goes, it's the it's the Nipsey game for me.
Yes, the Nipsey game was
Uh,
special. The 2020
the 2020
facts.
that because I I I feel like Westbrook is one of those players where like he talks like so crazy
Yes,
and
yes.
like when they like point out his weakness,
Mhm,
which is like shooting, like
mhm.
when they magnify that and he
Yeah,
can't shoot, like
that's true.
he still like talks so crazy.
Yes, that's a
I
fact.
I
A
seen this
hundred
man shoot
percent facts.
1 for 8 from the
Yes,
three, and
that 1-3 go in. You
and
gotta hear it from
you
him.
gotta hear it from
You gotta hear it when that 1-3 go
that
in. He
one
gonna
go
let you
in,
know what
bro.
time it is.
That's that shit is now his mid range like pull up. That shit
Oh yeah, that's
unmatched.
just
That shit is
automatic.
fire.
That's just automatic.
I give him
Facts.
that. But from the
Facts.
three, that that he be
Listen, let
struggling.
1-3 go in, bro. He's gonna talk his shit, and you're 100% right behind that. That's why I love Westbrook. Like
Yeah,
he, like I don't understand. Like if he was from New York, it would make sense. I swear to God, his energy is exactly how I would feel. Like he's
yeah.
gonna let you know what time it is. He shoots 1 for 10, or let's say he's 0 for 10. He goes 1 for 11. If that first three go in, he's gonna let you know, yo, listen, I just drilled this guard up. You can't guard me. He's gonna talk trash. That's why they always say if Kobe and AI had a baby, it would be Westbrook because this dude is really ruthless.
I get that. I actually feel that. Like that is crazy.
He's really ruthless, yo.
he
That's a fact.
is. He is, man.
Yeah,
Um
I love Westbrook, man.
so uh man, I was going back and forth and I was like, I don't know if I should bring this up, but uh lately
Hmm.
you kind of like I can't say like got away from my team, but man, they got you in that field
Hmm.
and for a while you ain't look back.
All right,
Let's get into this war zone, man.
all right.
Let's,
So look, all right. So I explain it. So look, check it out. So 2K, I already realized these guys are money hungry. They
yeah,
they want your money. So especially when it comes to my team wants your bread. So if they drop packs, let's say every Tuesday and Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Every Tuesday and Friday, I'm spending bread, bro. When I listen, everybody else, the average gamer, they got the MT, whatever the case may be. I'm spending close to $100 every Tuesday and Friday,
Yeah.
just trying to keep up because first of all, I work a lot, so I don't have the time to grind like everyone else. So I have
Yeah.
to spend money to keep up, and it's like, yo, I can't keep up with these guys because it's way too much time you got to put in. So I'm like, yo, Warzone. I was always when I first started gaming. Call of Duty was always one of my favorite games. I started off on Call of Duty, I think Call of Duty 2 or 3, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
That was like one of the first Call of Duties I played. I've always been a Call of Duty gamer. Multiplayer was always my favorite. I didn't really like the whole blackout joint they had in Black
That shit
Ops
was awful.
4. It was trash to me. To me, it was trash. I played it a couple times, but it was
Yeah,
trash.
I didn't like that.
Warzone, somehow I don't know what happened with Warzone. I played it once or twice. It grew on me.
Listen.
So I'm like, yo, Warzone is actually kind of lit. And then I actually was really, really good at it. So I'm like, yo, I'm gonna play Warzone faithfully. I don't care about 2K. 2K21, I bought 2K21 when
Mm-hmm.
it first came out for the PlayStation 4. I'm like, this joint trash. It's the same thing as 2K20. I don't even want to play this joint. I honestly do not have the passion for it. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna stick to 2K20. I'm gonna stick to the Warzone. Warzone grew on me. I'm getting dubs like every day. I'm like, this joint is actually fire. It was actually the one, maybe it was probably maybe the one actual like battle royale that I actually enjoyed. Fortnite was cool. I hated Apex. I already know I'm gonna get bashed for Apex because everybody love Apex. I'm listen. I'll tell you right now. Apex is trash. I don't care how many people in the chat gonna tell me they love Apex. Apex is garbage to me. I cannot stand it. Apex is hard. Venus tried her best to get me into it. I hate that game. That game is garbage.
I
But
feel you.
Warzone was actually the one battle royale game that I actually enjoyed. So I'm like, yo, this game I can see myself playing for months and don't even touch 2K. So I'm like, yo, I'm gonna stick to the Warzone. I didn't even touch 2K, bro. Listen, I've grinded 2K. Right now, 21. I'm probably a All-Star 3, if I'm not mistaken. No, not maybe all.
You higher than me.
Whatever's before Superstar, I'm probably the level 1 All-Star 1. That's what it is.
Yeah, I'm
All-Star
All-Star
1.
1.
I didn't even touch 2K. I said I'm gonna wait till next gen because I already got my system pre-ordered.
Bet.
So I'm wait till there's no point in even grinding twice. So I said I'm gonna wait till 2K21 come on a P5 and I'm gonna play that. Man, listen, I do not even touch 2K unless it's my team. I don't play no park, no rec, no none of that.
I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all about this guy, right? So in 2K19, I in every 2K that I played since 2K15, I have been a scorer, like period. I've always been an elite shooter, but like what they have done with like the builds and stuff like over the years to where you can have like an elite 3 and like have like elite like dunking animations to make like kind of like an all-around player. I've been kind of leaning towards like those players to where I could shoot and dunk with the player. So like scoring has been like my scoring numbers have went up like over the years. And in 19 I really came into my own like really like getting buckets. But in 20 listen, I'm not gonna lie, I was just different in 20. Like I would play rec with people 50-60 points like it's nothing. I played pro-am with people, 30-40 points like it's nothing. Like So so whenever me and Grady have the chance to like play, something always happened to where we couldn't get on the court together. And so look, so let for instance, let's say we say we're gonna link up around 6 o'clock, right? We're gonna get in the rec, whatever. So either I couldn't play at 6 or he couldn't play at 6, right? So so look, so let's say I couldn't play at 6, right? So he get in there, he find a replacement or whatever. He get in there, and it is a struggle, right? A struggle. To this day, I think Grady, for me, I've seen Grady hit the most game-winning shots, like because the game is so
Yeah.
nip and tuck all game.
Yes. You're not lying. You're not
Listen,
lying. You're not
listen.
lying. You're not lying.
All right, so look, so I'm gonna throw this out there too. Like in his stream, uh, we made a deal, and I had like probably 15, 20 hours in there. And he was like, look, you get to 80 hours, I'll
Yeah.
give you mine,
Yeah.
right?
You're
So
right.
I got
100%
close.
right.
I got close to 80 hours, and then he went ahead and just gave it. He was like, you know what?
Just gave
I
it.
see
I know
I
you're
see
gonna hit it.
something. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just go ahead and give it to you now. Right?
You're right. You're
To
right.
right now, I got almost 600 hours in the stream.
Mm-hmm.
So I got
He's right.
I got a lot of footage, right?
Yeah, he ain't lying. He's definitely not lying
So
about that. He's
so
100
look,
right.
so look, when I couldn't play, he found my replacement, he played, right? Well, I got free like later that night. And then I had to run with some other people. Next thing you know, I'm posting screenshots of me scoring 60, 70. I think I hit
I
I
already know where this is going.
look, I hit 97 one game, right? 97 points in the rec. Post that screenshot. He see that, right? We finally get a chance to play. I get on the court with him. It's me, Matt, Grady. I want to say it was DTM Ashley. I can't remember who the fifth was. But
It
look,
was we had. I forgot who the other. Yeah, you're right. I forgot who. I can't even tell you who the fifth was.
so look, we get in the game. I score 35 points. I miss 2 threes. That's it. I'm like, so at the end of the game, I noticed Grady not saying nothing. And it's not often where Grady's just speechless, right? So I'm like, yo, Grady, we finally got on the court together. I scored a little 35, you know what I'm saying? This nigga, he said, nah, son, I need them 60. Like what? Mind you, we won by like 40.
That's a fact. We smoked the roster.
And
We smoked it.
he was like, nah, son, I need them 60, son. Let's get back into it. Let's get back in.
Well, let me tell you. So I've been playing. Let's say maybe I've been playing PG since like 2K. All right, so 2K10, I believe, when they first introduced the whole my player joint,
Yeah.
right? So I've been playing point guard for almost 2K10, 10 years.
Yes.
I hate. Listen, when you are asked to play point guard and score, I don't like that. I choose to play shooting guard. So
Yeah.
I saw your little screenshots, your 97, all of that. I'm like, all right, so finally I can play with a guard who is going to put points up.
Points up. Yep.
I see 97, whatever points you put up something crazy. So I'm like, yo, all right, so I can finally take a game off as shooting guard. I'm like, yo, you know what? Let me get this guy to rock. Let him take over. I see 30 something. I'm like, hold on. You giving me screenshots. You destroying dudes. I don't want 30 something points. I need you to give me 60. Give me 60 where I don't even have to score. I want the game off. I'm okay with that. I'm not like these point guards or who these people are who want you who want to go out there and score 60 points a night. No, I don't want
Yes.
that. I've been doing that for 10 years straight. I don't want to do that. I want to play with people who's gonna kill for me so I can take the game off. I don't want to do that no more. So I'm like 30 points. You can have that. I don't want 30. Give me 60 so I can take the game off. I ain't got to worry
Look,
about no pressure. Win by 40.
and
You
look,
right. Yeah, Matt.
it was one of those games too, like where I had like 35. I missed
Yep.
two threes, right? Just two. That's it. And then, but I had like four steals. I think I had like a block. Like it
That's
was,
facts.
I
That's
think I
facts.
had
That's
like
facts.
8 assists. Like it was
That's
a
facts.
crazy
That's
game.
facts.
And
That's
he
facts.
just saw the 35. It was like, nah, son, that ain't
That
good
ain't
enough.
it. Nah, son, that ain't it.
That ain't the
I
easy
need like
that ain't the easy I be seeing on
that ain't the
Twitter.
easy I've been seeing. That's definitely not the easy I seen on Twitter. I need 60.
I
Give me the
remember that shit.
60, bro. I need that. Listen, I don't have no. Listen, these people don't want to be carried. Listen, I don't play to be carried by people.
Yeah.
Listen. You can check my win ratio from 2K. I don't care what 2K you go back to. I started on 2K on PlayStation, 2K17. I used to play 2K on Xbox the
Mhm.
whole time, and I've always had the shoulder load. So it was like I never get to play with people who actually can cook.
Yeah.
So when I play on PlayStation, I started to find people who can actually hold their own. So it's like, yo, you know what? If I can find people who can hold their own, I can take games off, and I don't have to put the pressure on me. Like I play with Tim, play with Kenny, Flight, all of them. They actually hold their own, so I can
Hmm.
give them the rock for a couple games. And they hold their own. I'm like, I get to play with Easy, who give me screenshots. I'm dropping people off. He give me 30 points. I don't want that, bro. I want
Well,
Easy,
but it
who
was
give me
it was an
90 on Twitter.
it was
That's the
an
easy I want to
efficient
play with.
35 though. It wasn't like I can see if
Nah,
I was out
son,
there,
nah. I want the Easy to give me 90. And I play with Matt. Listen, one of the greatest games I played with Matt. She gave me on 2K20. She gave me like she gave me the craziest triple double I've ever seen in my life. I don't even remember what his stats was. She had like 35, and like 10 or 12 or something like that.
yeah.
That was probably one of the most ridiculous triple doubles I ever seen in 2K. I'm like, yo, Mac is a GOAT. Mac is always one of my favorite players to play with. I love playing
Yeah.
Mac because I know Mac trying to go get it.
Hell
So I
yeah, all the
love playing
time.
with Mac.
Cause see the thing, I don't know if a lot of people know it, but like Grady, like he be having like these play shots and like players like that, but he's an elite defender for
Oh
a
yeah, I
guard
love yeah.
that's
Defense is
not
always
a
yeah. They
lockdown.
there you go. There you go.
So when I got on the court with him, I always was like I could go crazy on the offensive end
Facts, facts, facts,
because I
facts.
know that he's like a true point guard, like a
Yeah,
Rondo kind of point guard,
yeah.
where
There you go.
he could go for 25 assists, but he gonna lock his man up on the other end.
Look, defense is always my number one forte.
Yeah.
Facts.
So,
That's
but
facts.
yeah, I'll never forget that game. That's
Listen. One bucket on me. If you listen, all right, you come on the court. Let's say you hit a 3-pointer. All right,
Mhm.
fine. I give you that. But if I see you come on the court, you dribbling, trying to sauce me and stuff. Then you hit a three. All right, now my mentality changed because
Yeah.
now I know you're trying to fry me. Like I told them the other day. Like dudes feel like they be trying to make a name for themselves. It ain't even that serious. When I see you trying to make a name for yourself, all right, now I'm taking 2K serious.
That's true.
I used to play pro am and stuff back in the day. Like when I first started streaming, I was playing pro am. I didn't play like I played park every now and then. I didn't really stream rec, but I was playing pro am most of the time on
Mhm.
2K18. So I'm like, that's where I really started playing 2K. 2K19, it died down a lot. Didn't have the same people to play with and all other stuff. So I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna fade away from the pro am field. 2K20, I'm like, yo, you know what? 2K21, I'm gonna really get back into the pro am stuff, take it actually serious. But I'm like, yo, on 2K21, I'm like, these guys, I just cannot play the game. It's just too repetitive. Now
Yeah,
you
it
got
is.
everybody Curry sliding,
Oh my
all this other
God,
stuff. I'm like,
that's
oh god, this game is
and
terrible.
now you don't know who cheating. Niggas got
Exactly.
VINs
Now they
and
got this whole control. Listen,
yeah,
that controller thing where you can green light all this other stuff. I'm like, yo, this joint is 2K was never like that back in the day. So I
that's a
didn't, like
fact.
I said, back in the day, you knew who was good and who wasn't. Now you don't
Really
know.
don't know.
You
You
don't
just
know
don't
who's
know.
really green in these shots. You don't know nothing now. So it's like, yo, I can't play this product. Son. So I'm like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna just wait till 2K21 come out on the P5, and then I'm gonna try it out then. Now
So
they talking about controllers coming out for the P5. I'm like, yo, whatever. They got it.
so I gotta get into these. I gotta get into these Warzone horror stories, son. I got because I'm gonna tell you. So look,
I'm
if
dead.
if y'all never seen Grady stream Warzone, please y'all gotta get in there.
I'm dead.
Twitch.tv / McGrady underscore V2. Listen, y'all
Oh man,
got to get in there. It is jokes most of the
I'm
time.
fleet. I am fleet.
Jokes. Listen, I've seen some of the craziest stuff happen, right? And then the people who did it, right? When Grady like yo son, like what are you doing? They their comeback to that was it's like they were justifying what they did. Like they were dead serious and what the decision that they made in their mind, it was the right decision. And it was the only decision. Like so so those of y'all that play Warzone, right? Uh you could hit buy stations and buy stuff for for the game. Well, one of the things you could buy is an armor box. They needed plates, right? He sent my man, look, they dropped their money or whatever, put their money together, and they sent my man to the to the buy station. They was like, yo, go get an armor box. He's like, I bet. And the thing that stayed with me is the I bet part because he confirmed that he understood what the mission was. He gets to the buy station and all you hear is ting 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 ting.
Oh
My
Lord,
man's
I
bought
remember.
4 sets
Hold on.
of
All right,
five.
yo, I forgot who was. Wait, hold on. I can't even remember
I
who did.
I think it was
All right,
a cat named Ditto or something like that.
all right. Yes, yes, it was.
Yo,
So you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
yo,
You're
I
right.
was
You're
over
right.
here
You're right. You're right.
crying, laughing, bro. I was like, yo, what is he doing? Why do I hear that? He like, come
I'm
get y'all
telling
plates, y'all. Come get you.
yo, you're 100% right behind that. I was hyped. I'm like, yo, go buy an armor box. I hear plates hitting the ground. I'm like, yo, what's going on here? Like, something is wrong. All I hear is Chloe, yo, give me the rest of the money. Give me the rest of the money immediately. I started rolling. I'm like, I already know he screwed up. Chloe ran down and said, give me everything you got in your pocket. I was really crying. I'm like,
Yo, I got tears in my eyes right now. Like, yo,
yo, that joint was hilarious, yo. Oh my god, I
yo,
forgot about that. That's
listen,
mad funny.
listen. Another one happened. It was more recent though. Uh, the legend,
Oh
Miami.
Lord, Miami, my favorite
Listen,
player to play with. Oh Lord.
so look, Grady Grady gets jumped, right? He goes to the goo, lose the goo on some fuck shit, right? So he's spectating. So the person he chose to spectate was Miami. Bro, Miami is on the roof of this building, right? He my McGrady tells Miami, look, right across from you, it's like two dudes on the roof, right? bruh, just he said, "Look, you got your LMG. Mount the LMG
Yes.
and
Oh
and
wow.
murder them. Like
Yeah.
it's easy,
That shit
easy
was definitely
pickings,
recent. You're
bro.
right.
Bro, when I tell you, Miami got to the ledge and started meleeing his work.
Yes. Yes. Look, let me tell you. Look, Miami. Listen, I understand.
Yo,
Miami has its flaws when it comes to when it comes to Warzone. Miami all over the place. He always got a roster spot because I sometimes take the game a little too serious. Miami is the only dude who can play on my team and do dumb shit, and I find it funny and still get picked up the next day. Like he really be all over
yo,
the place, and that's
that
a fact. That
that shit,
mountain shit, I forgot about that. Like
that
I
shit was
really forgot.
funny as fuck. Cause he was like, all right, and it was another one of those moments where it was like, okay, you confirm, like you know what the mission is. So when you get to the ledge, I'm expecting you to mount that weapon and murder them, right?
That's
Bruh,
facts.
he started
That's facts.
swinging them on. He,
And then he tried to melee. I forgot about that. He tried to melee when the dude was not even next to him. Two
dude, like
melee.
50
You're
meters
right.
away.
You're right. You're right. I forgot about that.
Yo,
You're
that's
right.
it. But this is the kind of content, man, you get when you pull up to the stream.
Yeah, you get elite content. Like I said, I can give you the views. Miami actually contributes to those views because
Yes.
people come in there to see me rage at Miami for dumb stuff he do, and that's
Listen.
facts. Like
And
I
look,
said,
now, like, you know, everybody's not safe. Cause I
you're
see
right.
my sis pulled up in the chat. She had her moment too.
Which one?
Beauty.
Listen, all right, man. All right,
I'm gonna,
listen.
I'm gonna,
People
listen.
love to see me argue with Beauty. Beauty is listen.
Look, there was a game.
She
There was a game.
mhm,
There was a game y'all played, and the loadout dropped. She just
mhm,
got back from the goo. She, I think she picked up a heartbeat that was on the ground. She, she looked at the heartbeat and y'all was at the train station. She looked at the heartbeat and said, "Look, it's two people or three dots in the train station, like right behind y'all." All she
mhm.
had was a pistol, bro. She bust up in the door.
Oh
She
Lord,
bust up in the door with her pistol, bro.
listen,
Get mowed down instantly.
yeah.
She was
Oh,
livid.
I remember the game. I remember the game. You're right. All right, see, now I put that in my head. I remember that. All right, so we down the stretch. I
Yes,
forgot. It's yeah, the game was on the line. So it's I think it's me, Beauty. I forgot who was playing on our
I don't
team.
remember who the third was.
I don't remember who the third
What the
was,
shit?
but I know we got the gulag. So I'm like, yo, you know what? We can win this game if we just stay still. So I think I got my loadout. So I'm
Yeah,
hitting on ghosts. I
you
think it
and the
was
third
Beauty
got the
and
loadout.
whoever the third was did not get loadout, and they had the heartbeat sensor and they rushed in the building, and then me and her get into a whole argument. We get into an argument because of her decision making, choosing to rush with a pistol. And then she's yelling at me, talking about, "Oh, you should have rushed with us." We had a whole argument. I think the argument went about 20 minutes,
It
low
did.
key.
It
I
did.
don't remember.
It
It went
was
about
a minute.
20 minutes, low key. I forgot who the third was, but they didn't say nothing. And I was like, wow, like you was wrong rushing with her because a pistol not being a team down the stretch. Yeah, listen, my stream, it'd be too many moments where too much shit go wrong in my stream. I just tell you, it don't go wrong in nobody else's stream but mine. The weirdest things happen always when I'm streaming. I don't get it. Like it makes no sense to me.
Yeah, it. I don't know, man. It's comedy to me though. Oh my god, I be over here
Yeah, you're
dying.
right. The people who come in the stream and watch, yeah, it's always common. They expect the worst to happen. And it always happens in my stream. You're
I
right.
be listen. I be dying because, like I said, when you ask them as to like what were you thinking there, like they
Oh
they be
yeah, the
like,
reasons. Yeah, the
yeah,
reasons be the worst.
they be
The
like
reasons be the
it's
worst.
justified, you know.
The reasons be the worst, bro. All right, let me tell you. So listen, like I said, Miami, my son. I rock to Miami. I rock to Miami heavy. So let me tell you. So the third for the people who play Warzone, the third perk, I believe. No, second perk. Second perk is always Ghost. So for the people who play Warzone, you have to have a Ghost class.
Yeah.
So Miami's playing Warzone with me,
hold
and I'm
hold up
asking
hold
him
up a second
if he
hold up
got
a second
Ghost.
hold up a second. I
Hmm.
got it. All right.
I bet. So it's good now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so bet. So check it out. So I said Miami, one of my favorite guys to roll with. So I'm gonna tell you. So we lost a stretch of games down the stretch. And I'm like, yo, for the people who play Warzone, Ghost class is actually one of the most important classes to make
Yes.
because you stay hidden. So I'm like, yo, bro, you got a Ghost class? You got a Ghost class? He's yelling at me. I got tune up. I got tune up. So
I remember
tune up is a
this.
third perk. For the people who play Warzone, tune up is a third perk. So I'm asking him, yo, bro, you got Ghost? Like, are we hidden? No, I got tune. No, he's saying, yeah, we're hidden. I got tune up. So I'm like, I'm trying to figure out what he's talking about.
I remember this.
So he's like, yo, I got a sniper. He said, I got a sniper you can pick up and use for yourself. Sniper to everyone else is a sniper. He's using
Yeah.
an LMG with a
A
sniper
sniper
scope on it.
scope.
And he's
Yep.
telling me that's a sniper. That's not a sniper. Like, bro, that's not a sniper. So I see kill
Yes.
cams. I see dudes pulling up heartbeats, and he sees where I'm located. I'm like, how he know where I'm at? I check
And I
Miami's
got
back. He
ghosts.
got an AR and an LMG on him. I'm like,
Yes.
oh God, you got it. That's a whole overkill class. You don't have
Yes.
ghosts.
The
I'm
LMG
losing my
sniper.
mind. I'm tight. Yeah.
I I think I don't think I was playing that game. I think I was in the party though, because I remember being like there when he was saying
Yes,
that.
son.
He was,
Yes.
he was like, yeah, the LMG sniper.
Yes.
I
Yes.
was,
You're right. Yes. He was trying to tell me the LMG was a sniper, and he got a
yeah,
whole sniper scope on the LMG. Like, bro, that's not a sniper,
that
bro.
is not.
That's a
And the tune up, it was a tune up that did it
the
for me.
tune up ain't
No,
even the
no,
second.
tune up. It's the tune up.
Yup. Oh God,
Great. He's
son.
like, Grady, you're not listening. It's the tune up.
Yeah, man. Listen, he was really trying to justify that to me.
Yeah. Listen, so
Man, listen.
twitch.tv/McGrady_V2, man. Y'all gotta pull up, man. It is jokes in there, man. So before we get out of here, man, before we wrap this up, man, I gotta talk about this NY life, man.
What's popping?
How's it? Because we already talked about it, man. I know for a fact that NY life is just different, like from other places, and it's a unique cultural like
Mm-hmm.
experience, like
Yes.
even like
Yes.
the lingo, the
Yes.
like
Yeah,
how
100% facts.
you move around the town is just different.
So, so look. So everybody want to come to New York. Listen. All right, that's fine. New York ain't for everybody. I'm telling you, we can tell a tourist from miles away.
Yes.
If I see you coming around and you're looking at your phone, I know you're not from here. So, listen, the lingo, if you talk like you from outside, we already know what time it is.
Yes.
So, moving through the city, it's real easy to spot one off rip. So, that's the part that's really funny to me because people will come here and swear they from New York, and you can tell they're not from New York. Like the way they dress, we can tell the way you dress, you're not from here. The way you talk, you're not from here. There's a whole bunch of ways to identify a
Listen,
tourist off rip.
the
Taking
this
pictures. If I catch you taking pictures in Manhattan, I know you're not from here because you don't need to take pictures of something you see on the regular. So I already know what time it is.
bro. You mean tell me I can't rock my single soul Tims out there?
No, no, bro, no. It's not happening. It's not happening, bro.
Oh shit. Yo, the first time I saw single soul Tims, bro, I was like, yo, what are those? Like what is
Yeah,
that?
it's not happening,
And they
bro. It's
said,
not
man,
happening. If your
these
boots don't
Tims.
got a tree on the side of it, bro, keep those exactly where you bought them from.
Not the
It's not happening.
Oh wait, I can't rock the Birdmans either. That's tough.
No,
Not
bro.
the
Not the
lugs.
lugs, bro. Not the lugs, bro. If you ain't got a tree on the side of your boots, keep those, bro.
Yo.
Keep those exactly where you purchased them.
So
That's
so look,
facts.
so we went we went to New York
Hmm.
for my daughter's first birthday, and we was, you know, trying to think of stuff to do. One of the
Hmm.
first things, like as far as like restaurants and things like that goes, one of the first things was seafood. They like, I bet he from New Orleans. We gotta take him to get some seafood, right? So we go to the city. We in the town, right?
Hmm.
We catch the train. First of all, the train ride I felt like was forever. Uh, like I felt like we was on that bitch for a minute. So we get off. I think we gotta walk. I want to say I can't remember how far we had to walk, but it wasn't that far. So we get into the spot. Uh, we sit down at the bar because they ain't had no like tables and nothing like that. So I'm looking
Hmm.
at the menu while I grab some drinks or whatever. I'm like, bet I already know what I'm gonna get. So we finally get a table. We order the food. I ordered catfish fillets and I forgot what the side was. And then there's this bag that you could order with like shrimp, potatoes, and some more shit
Hmm.
in there.
All the seafood involved, yeah.
Listen, when I tell you they come out with the food, right? And everybody else got bags, right? They so so at first, right? At first I'm like, okay, there's a my spidey senses are tingling at that moment because I'm like, why everybody ordered the bag? So and bruh, look, this lady comes and she's so confident. She's so confident. She sits my food down, bruh. I cannot recognize this fish. I don't I don't know what that was, but those of us from the south, there's a thing called farm raised catfish fillets, right? So when I see it's like a square puffy ass fish, and I was like, what is this? Listen, my my wife looked dead at me, right? She looked dead at me and looked at that plate. She knew I was not about to eat that. I was like, I don't know what this is, but nah, this ain't it, Chief. Yo, I ordered a bag so fast.
Yo, oh yeah, cause yeah, y'all bags look a lot different from my bags. You know, from the city, we don't know. All right, so let's say so. They say New York always got the best food because we got people who can pretty much make whatever
Yeah,
from wherever.
a big melting
So
pot, like
yeah,
everybody. Yeah.
you're getting real seafood from New York compared to what y'all are compared to out there
Hmm.
in New Orleans. It ain't even gonna be no comparison. So your girl should have known off rip you was not getting what you expected out there in New
Listen,
Orleans. It
I
ain't even close.
listen. I
Woo.
saw the menu. I read the menu, and I ordered what was on the menu. I definitely passed up the plate. Definitely.
Yo, that joint is really funny, son.
Listen, I was like,
He ain't
yo,
listen. Yo, I'm trying to tell him, listen, you're not coming to New York and getting the same experience you get out of town. Unless it's pizza or something like that along those lines, seafood you're not getting from New York
yeah,
that tastes
yeah.
anywhere
Cause
close
like
to what y'all
after
eat in New Orleans.
like another day, we got pizza from like a random spot. Pizza was fire. Like it wasn't like
Yes.
a you know what I'm saying like a crazy like known spot. It was just somewhere
Mhm.
close, and the pizza was
Mhm.
good. Um, and we went to Dave and Buster's. Like the food, the wings was straight at Dave and Buster's. Where else
Mhm.
did we go? We went to
Yeah,
another
David Buster's is
restaurant.
lit.
I can't remember what that other restaurant was. I think the whole family went out. Uh, I can't remember that restaurant though. But that restaurant was straight. But that catfish, son, I don't know what that is. But they need to not serve that no more. Like they need to
Listen,
they need to pack that
next
shit up
time, the
and
next time you
send that
come
shit.
out here, hit me up. I got you. We
Oh
going
yeah,
to BBQs. That's the
yes.
best wing spot in New York, and that's facts.
I
You got
hated
your
that we
Hennessy
didn't.
wings, your
I
sticky
hated that we
wings. You
did
got all
not
of
go
that.
there when we went. We planned to go there. I hated that we
Got you.
didn't because that's the one spot where everybody that I was introduced to
Mhm.
said that was it. Like BBQs is like the spot.
Yes, you gotta go to BBQs.
So
BBQs hit different. Facts.
so that was that's definitely gonna be somewhere I go when because it's like it's a drink that you get with the henny.
Yes.
I forgot
Yeah,
what it's called.
they got some Henny drinks, some
Yeah.
new drink they just introduced. Yes, I ain't even tried it yet, but you know I want all parts. Anything Henny, I want parts of it. So I'm here for it.
Yeah, and like New York is like different to me too. Uh, like I was explaining to you in the meeting, how like
Mhm.
how they have it set up to where it's an inconvenience to have a car
Yes.
in
All
in
right.
in NY.
Yeah, you're right. So
So,
if you live in the city, which is
hmm
the five boroughs, you know the Queens, Brooklyn, Bronx,
yeah,
and Staten Island, all them places. Like if you live in the five boroughs, you honestly do not need a car. Like you can get to wherever you want to go in less than an hour to an hour and a half tops. Right now, I live in Queens.
hmm
I actually grew up in both Brooklyn and Queens, so
gotcha.
I'm accustomed to travel between the both. But I'm in a spot in Queens where I can literally get to Manhattan in 30 minutes. I can get to Brooklyn in 15. I can get to wherever I need to go in literally less than an hour. So I'm in like one of the best spots in Queens. But literally, you do not need a train. I mean, I said train. I'm sorry. You don't need a car. One, because if let's say I choose a drive from where I live right now to the city.
hmm
When I was going to take classes in the city, it takes maybe by car an hour to an hour 20. By train, it take you 45 to 30, depending on the date you actually choose to get on the train. So the train is always more convenient. People hate the subway because they get lost. They don't know how to read maps.
Yeah,
People are slow when they come to New York. But like I said, the train is always way more convenient. Besides the whole stories you hear, people getting robbed and all other shit. Listen, the train is easier than taking a car in New York City. Now, when you go further out, like towards like Buffalo, Albany, or them places, yeah, you want to have a car because you don't see stores and shit for like a whole maybe 20 or 30 minutes,
yeah,
and nobody wants to live. That's like living out south. And live out south, yeah, you know, you don't see stores and shit for like every 5 to 10 minutes, and that shit is ridiculous.
man. Because like I noticed that like I saw like some people like drive their car and then get on the train,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
park it and then hop on the
yeah.
train and get to where they gotta
It's way,
go.
yeah. You're right. So yeah, so like if all right, so Um, so like for me, if I was going to school, maybe the train stop that I would get on
Mm-hmm.
would be a train coming from two different locations going to the same spot. So I
Gotcha.
would drive to like maybe Brooklyn, which is like 10 minutes away from me. And the stop that I would get on, the train would get me there way faster than if I chose to drive through traffic along the bridge,
Yeah.
all other stuff. Like it's just way more convenient to take a train. It's just way more convenient. So I always drive the car to like a meetup spot, which would be best for me. Same thing when I go to work. If I go to work, like driving to work would be like 35 minutes, 20, 30, maybe 30, 35 minutes. If I
Mm-hmm.
choose to drive to like the shuttle, which would take me 15 minutes, I
Yeah.
can save myself 20 more minutes. This is way more convenient.
It's just crazy. Like, like it's a different type of. It's just a different type of living out there.
No, that's
Like for
facts.
instance, like you know, if you were trying to bag something like bag a shorty or something like that, like you could do that on the
No,
bus
that's
or
true.
on the
That's true.
train or something like
That's
that.
true.
Like
That's
in
true.
other places, them chicks like you. Like no, I
All
don't
right, so
want.
look. All right, so look. I used to go to I used to live in Pennsylvania for maybe I say about 2 years, give or take. But
Mhm.
I used to go to when I used to go to Penn State. So the buses over there run maybe every 30, 45, every 1 to 2 buses, every 30 to
Mhm.
45 minutes. So if you saw somebody on the bus, maybe give or take, you ain't seen that person again when you live out there, like where I was located.
Gotcha.
In New York, you can honestly get on the bus today and see the same person tomorrow or the day after.
Yep.
Like that's how crazy it is. New York is people don't really like New York is really a big place, but it's a small place at the same time.
It
Like
is a
it's really
very
a small world in New York. You can
listen.
honestly see the
It's
same person more than once, almost four
after
times out of the week.
after
That's
being there, like
yes.
it's so like of course. So growing up, I've always loved like the East Coast like culture and uh the New York life. Like like as far as
Mhm.
music, I've always listened to you know Fabulous and Jay
Mhm.
Z and the whole Rockefeller when that was a thing and everything East Coast like music wise, except for my
Mhm.
guy Lil Wayne. Uh, but I always bump that kind of stuff. So
Mhm.
like after being there, I kind of understand why they say like New Yorkers is they got like this angry like
Yeah.
kind of aggressive like cuz
Mhm.
cuz like as far as like the structure, everything is like on top of each other. Like
Yes. A hundred
as
percent
far as
fact.
like the building, like the
100% facts.
apartments and everything is like packed in. It's
Yeah.
it's like you know they gave you like a placemat, right? For
Yes.
at the dinner table. And
Mhm.
everything that they give you, they hand you as far as like utensils and plates and shit,
Mhm.
it cannot go off of this placemat.
Yeah. That's
And
true.
that's what New York is.
Yep.
They put
Yep.
every
Listen, for the people who have no idea of walking through Manhattan, trust me. Listen,
yo,
it's literally people on top of people on top of people. Like it's
yes.
literally you have to really say, "Excuse me," walking through Manhattan. Like anywhere else in New York, you can go. Unless you're in Queens, you go through like Jamaica Ave and stuff.
Hmm.
People are literally on top of each other. So you really same thing with going through the subway. That's why when the COVID hit, oh God,
Oh my.
Manhattan became a ghost town. Like
I
literally,
would
and
imagine.
I was surprised because Manhattan is one of the most active places in New York City. So when COVID hit, you can literally walk down the street and see nobody.
Nobody.
You
I saw
can
the
yell for
pictures and
blocks
shit.
away, and literally nobody would hear you, which was so crazy to me.
When I saw those pictures of how like Times Square looked and things like that,
Yes,
I was like,
it was a
okay,
ghost town, bro.
that is real. Like
Yes, that's
that's some
100% real.
real shit.
100%,
Cause that place is
100%, bro.
always busy. Like
Yes.
no matter the time or what, like
Mhm.
it's always just people just out there,
That's true. That's true.
like
100%.
doing nothing, but they just out there. So
Yeah.
when I saw the pictures of how clear those streets was, like
Yeah,
even
it
the
was
streets,
ridiculous.
because like on a normal day, you know, it's a bunch of like traffic and shit.
Yes, it's always traffic in the
Yeah,
city. Always traffic. Always
but
traffic.
like all of that shit was clear. I was like, God damn.
Yeah, that
So
shit hit us different out here, bro.
yeah, New York was a
Hit us
hot
different.
spot.
Yeah, it was the highest rate, bro. So
Bro,
it hit us different, bro. Like it really shocked New York City, bro. It was so bad. Like New York generates a lot of money in terms of the traffic between public
yes.
transportation. They gave the buses for free for like the first 2 to 3 months. With That's how much people was not getting on the bus. They would give it. You can get on. You listen any time of day. Don't matter what you was wearing, you can get on the bus for free, bro. And it was so crazy.
I would
Like it
imagine.
really shocked New York, son. It hit us different out here.
I would imagine, man. Because we were gonna travel out there at one point, but when after like researching it and everything, uh, it just wasn't safe
Yeah,
for
that's true.
for
That's
for
true.
for my daughter. Like I think
Mhm.
we would have
I
been
feel you.
good, but like my daughter, like you know what I'm saying, she be ripping her mask off and all that other shit. Like
Yeah, I feel you.
nah, I was like I didn't even want to chance that shit. But
Me living out here, I don't even blame you, bro.
listen, I had I had a blast tonight. This was a
Yeah,
this
listen.
was a
I
fun.
appreciate I appreciate the invite, bro. I
It,
really do.
listen, man. I don't regret how I set up you being on the show. I don't, because it
Listen.
was a strategic move. It
Yeah,
it
you caught me
it
lacking.
worked.
The Kobe, I could not refuse the Kobe. That's the
Yeah.
only thing that caught me. If
Yep.
it was any other way to get me out here, the Kobe,
Yes.
I had no choice. I couldn't say, yo, I'm not gonna be on the show. Episode 24, I'm like, yeah, you know what? I gotta pull up. You got
Yeah.
me on that, bro.
And we did the shot clock tribute. If y'all missed that,
Mhm.
at the beginning, it was dope. This is an episode that I'm gonna remember for a long time, uh,
I appreciate it, bro.
and I'm gonna reference it throughout my time. Uh, oh no, ain't no toxic, man. We
Beauty want
positive over
toxic.
here.
Listen, ignore her, son. Ignore her. She's talking right now.
Listen, I know she ready to get in the party and discuss
Oh,
this. She ready to discuss this pistol John.
ignore her, son. She's just chatting right
She chatting.
now.
Well, look, man. Before I get out of here, next week I want to announce this. Also, um, y'all. I'm pretty sure y'all are familiar with Riley. OMG is Riley. Next week, um, I'm gonna have her wife on the show. She
Oh
just started
wow,
up.
that's lit.
Yeah, she just started up a podcast, the Details podcast. Um, I believe she just recorded episode 3 earlier tonight. So I'm gonna definitely get the links together and everything. I'm gonna officially announce it on Twitter Monday morning. But yeah, she'll be blessing the show next week with a detailed interview about her podcast and dealing with Riley on a daily basis. We know that can't be easy. Uh, but other than that, like I said, dope show. Uh, I am going to get everything because I had to like cut it, and so I gotta like piece it together and everything. I'm gonna get it all loaded up. It will be available on YouTube, Spotify, and iTunes tonight. I'm gonna try to get it out between midnight and 1 a.m. So I'm gonna try to get it out as soon as possible. Normally I upload on Saturday, but I gotta get this out. But man, y'all know the motto of the show. Uh, they got it super backwards if they think I wouldn't rep us, because rep us is super backwards. Be dope, grind, and believe.